What's going on, everybody? My name is Ben and welcome back to The Bench here on another episode of Ben Builds. Today is October 31st, so I wanted to say first off, happy Halloween to everyone out there. For today, I want to do a channel update and a stash update, kind of change up the pace just a little bit, get some information out to you guys and show you some kits. So let's go ahead and dig right on in. So as you guys saw from last week, Joe and I are on another buddy build series. This time it is the Rivals and Adversaries build series. I am building an F86, he is building a MiG-15. I know he and I have both had a very busy weekend, so I don't think either of us really have much to show for our efforts. I myself have only been about 20 minutes on the bench and I built this, and this isn't even finished. This is the ejection seat there for the F86. It's got a lot of parts that still need to be added on, so we're not really ready for an update. This is not enough for a full 50-minute video, so instead we're going to put this off to the side, continue working on it through this week, and next Monday, hopefully we'll have a video up for you guys soon. Also, let's talk a little bit about upcoming build series, guys. We have Sci-fi Wednesdays, and I'm really excited to go ahead and dive in on that, but I've had to work out a couple of extra ideas. I need to work out the kit, the base, any sort of accessories, any sort of lighting. A lot has to kind of come together, so we don't have anything ready for you guys just yet. But stay tuned. I do have a great idea that I'm hoping will be really cool to go ahead and build and work on. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. So look for that in a couple of weeks, I'm hoping. Now, those of you who have been on the channel for a little while know that I do like to do a holiday build series called the 12 Sprues of Kit-mas. We're coming back this year for another run at it. This will be year number 4, and I've already selected the model kits. They are here. I have them. So the next step is to go ahead and make a video for you guys showcasing what model kits are going to be available. Grab the girlfriend, get her to go ahead and place the labels in some form of order in our drawing box. And we're going to go ahead and just start in and get videos out to you guys. So remember, it's one model per video and we'll release them through the month of December. So lots of work to do, guys. We are spooling up. Hopefully it'll go nice and smooth this year. You never know. It is kind of unpredictable in the whole nature of things, but that's going to be fun and we should be hopefully getting involved with that soon. But that is all we have there for the channel updates. Just a couple of quick updates there for you guys. Let's go ahead and move on to, I'm sure, what you're waiting for. Let's take a look at the stash updates. The first one up here on the bench is this one right here. This is the 1/48 scale Edward Faltz D3A. This is a weekend edition kit, and I actually have the previous version of this kit for the weekend edition. And I gotta tell you, they have really upped their game with this one. It looks awesome. And I've always liked the Faltz D3. It's kind of like an Albatross, but for some reason I like this a little bit better than the Albatross. So I think this is gonna be a really fun build. I mean, we've got a lot of really nice looking parts and pieces in here. Yeah, no photo etch and no resin upgrades and all that, but we do have a little bit of a film for the front windscreen. We've got, of course, a full set of decals. We've got a beautiful set of instructions here with, of course, the tried and true Edward color schemes right here. As you can see, we've got some neat looking schemes we can paint. Check this out with all these lozenge patterns and then this little dragon guy right here. That's super cool. The lozenge pattern decals, I've never used those before, but it looks really fun. So this will be a great addition to my World War I stash. I know I don't build a lot of World War I kits, but I thought these are some really striking schemes and it'd be fun to go ahead and keep this into the stash for upcoming builds. Good times all around. Moving on, guys, we're kind of upping the game a little bit from World War I over to World War II. And this is something I've always wanted to build, but I just never have gotten around to getting it. But it was on a great deal online, so I picked it up. This is the Messerschmitt ME262A. This is the U4 conversion though. This is by Hobby Boss. As you can see, it's got this giant 50mm gun. Look at how long this thing sticks out. This is a crazy looking gun. I don't think it ever really saw any combat though, but it doesn't matter. It's still a cool looking jet, kind of Luft 46 style design, and I can't wait to build it. Plus, on top of that, I've also been able to secure some extras for this, and that is these right here by Quinta Studios. These are the 3D decals. Now, I've never used these before, but Joe's used them and he said they're awesome and I've heard really good things about them. So I wanted to go ahead and just give them a try, and just been looking at these things, they legit are 3D. Like, you have all the raised panels, all the raised switches. It's pretty cool. I've got to say, I'm impressed. So when we build this, we'll be trying out the Quinta Studios interior 3D decals for this particular kit. So far, the plastic looks really nice, pretty well detailed from what I can tell. We are missing some leading edge slats though, but otherwise the plastic looks great. Finely recessed panel lines, internal detailing, so that's kind of interesting. Altogether, it should be a really fun build. Plus, with that crazy 50mm gun coming out of the front of that, it's such a unique and odd looking 2.62. I think that should be pretty cool. Also, they even give us a metal nose weight in the form of the landing gear bay to kind of help this thing from sitting on its tail. So also very impressive. I hear it's a great kit, so we've got that. We've got the Quinta Studios 3D decals. I think it's going to be a fun build when I kind of get around to building it. Like I said, I got it on sale. It was so cheap. I thought I got to get it, so I grabbed it. Now, moving on to the next stash update here, guys, I had to go from World War II up to Cold War. You know how I feel about the Cold War, guys. So I went ahead and I found this again online for a killer price. I had to pick it up, and even though it's a little bit of an odd kit, let's go ahead and show you guys. This is the 1/48 scale F-80C Shooting Star by Hobby Boss. I love 1/48 scale, and I love Cold War, and I love early jets, so this should be right up my alley. The only issue I have here with this particular boxing, the detail is pretty decent, but they've gotten one area completely wrong, and that is the intakes there on the side of the fuselage. Those just do not look anything like they actually should look, and that's really, really unfortunate. Up until this point, the only kit you could get was the old monogram kit, but this is something that's going to be kind of fun to build. I know the intakes are wrong. Maybe I can fix them somehow. I don't know. We'll have to see how that works out. Let's take a look at the parts on the inside, and it really does look like a beautiful kit. Plastic is nice and smooth. We have recessed panel lines, raised details here and there. Let me give you a close-up here of the intakes. If you know much about the F-80, you know that this does not look right in any way, shape, or form. They're far too round. They don't have a deep enough kind of draw below the fuselage. It just doesn't look right. And they're also not slanted back like they were in the original aircraft. So I'm not sure what Hobby Boss was thinking when they actually designed these intakes. But again, I'm no rivet counter really, to be honest, guys, so I'm not sure if that really bothers me as much as it should. I'm just a little bit annoyed by that, but that doesn't necessarily warrant me not building the kit. Like I said, maybe I can fix it somehow. Who knows? Otherwise, I've heard this is a really great kit. The rest of the parts look fantastic though. We have, of course, a bubble canopy. We've got some interesting additions here. We have the different types of tanks, including the long extended ferry tanks, the standard tanks, as well as napalm. We have some bombs. I don't know if we have any rockets, so that might be something to source from another kit or maybe an aftermarket set or something. But it really does look like a fun build, and I love the F-80 Shooting Star. There's not a lot of kits out for the F-80, especially in 1/48 scale, the only other one being the monogram 1/48, and I think that this is probably a little bit nicer kit in terms of more modern techniques, like recessed panel lines and all of that. The monogram kit I did build when I was a kid and I enjoyed it, but again, it is raised panel details, and man, I don't want to really fool with those. So I thought I'd go ahead and give this one a shot, and maybe I could do something with those intakes and fix it. If I go ahead and choose to pick up the monogram F-80, I might be able to do a side-by-side comparison for you guys if you're interested. So at least we can say that this does look really cool. It's got some great markings on it, very fine recessed panel lines. It looks like an overall beautiful kit. It's just those flippin' intakes, guys. It just kind of screws up the lines down the lower section of the aircraft. But oh well, it is what it is, guys. We'll go ahead and tackle that at some point, but it was so cheap I had to get it into the stash just to go ahead and have this as a potential build series. But that's going to be it for us today, guys. I just wanted to give you a real quick channel update, show you some cool stuff for the stash, talk about what's coming up next month, and then we will be on it next week for another episode of the Rivals and Adversaries build for the F-86. Thank you so much for watching, though. Until our next episode, guys, go out there, get yourself some bench time, have some fun, build something cool. Hope you guys have a spectacular Halloween. Stay safe, go get yourself some candy. We'll see you back here for episode 2 for the Rivals and Adversaries. Take care, and we'll see you soon.